This is not the scene I wanted. Let's go over here. There we go. Welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream with your host, Alewolf. Today with a surprise bonus stream. Generally, I don't stream at this time of the day. It generally depends on the availability of other folks to do certain things. Today, they were not at the ready. So what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing through our trek of Monster Hunter Rise. Slightly under 2 months away from the release of Sunbreak, in a quest to try and get as many of the decoration sets as we can before that game release. Before we go on to that though, let's go ahead and see what's on tap. And today we have one of the classics, Paulaner. I don't want to butcher that word, but let's go ahead and say that this is it's basic lager. And so I can't say too much about lagers since I'm not necessarily the most expert with them, but lagers are not ales. And so I'm not the lager wolf, I'm the ale wolf. Lagers are, unlike ales, I want to say if there's a strong difference is that they're a bit thinner in body, they're a lot clearer. They are the process through which most of the conventional commercial beers are made. However, I do take exception with those made from Germany. So things like Pilsners are closest to lagers. I believe they are classified as lagers, but here's where my knowledge is lacking. The difference between ales and lagers in terms of production is the type of yeast that they use, or the type of yeast that happens. And here I am pouring down the side of a glass, not doing it very expertly, spilling everywhere, unfortunately. Once you start pouring poorly, the can just doesn't work with you. It just starts pouring down the side. But as I was trying to say, lagers, I believe, are top fermenting versus ales, which are bottom fermenting. And let me go ahead and cross-check that. Lagers, top fermenting. Okay, so ales are fermented with top fermenting yeast at a warm temperature, whereas lagers are fermented with bottom fermenting yeast and they're slightly colder temperatures. And so things like Pilsners, Kolsch, if you followed the stream before, are more like lagers. There's lager yeast versus ales, which are top fermenting yeast. And I should know that since I am an amateur home brewer. Paulaner is one of the 6 oldest breweries of Germany. It is one of the breweries that actually host the Oktoberfest festival in Germany. I've been there once myself, a very memorable experience. I certainly recommend you go if you do get the chance one year. Very hearty. It's almost like a state fair, but everything surrounding it is beer and tradition, and it's wonderful. And there's pretzels and 6 giant tents, each one dedicated to one of the 6 original breweries, Paulaner being one of them. If you've seen the stream before, you've known that I generally like my Paulaner Hefeweizens. This is just their basic lager. So all that being said, bang a nail, my friend. If you're just joining us now, you'll notice that I'm drinking in Das Boot, or a beer boot. And the key here is to drink where the boot is actually pointing left or right of you, never away from you, because if you do that, there will be very likely a bubble that forms as you're drinking, which will splash in your face. As much as I'm wearing goggles, I really don't want to cover them in lager. Yeah, so very crisp, very refreshing. It's got some of that German yeast, which I tend to prefer. Definitely recommend that as a solid. But let's go back to our adventure today, and like I suggested, we are trying to hunt for our final decoration sets before Sunbreak is released. I was playing last night, and I believe the last thing I was trying to do was get a set of handicraft jewels. Handicraft jewels are useful because they extend the sharpness gauge of certain weapons. And so if you've got a weapon that has empty sharpness gauge, using the handicraft skills you can actually flesh that out. And with some weapons you actually get higher color sharpness. So if you've got a green or a yellow, with enough handicraft skill you might launch it into a white or a purple or something like that, which is very, very good when you're trying to strike damage for those important targets. Before I do that though, I'm going to go ahead and check on my Meowcenaries, just because I do want to keep them working and I do want to keep that part of the game moving along. Okay, 6 more training rounds. And 1 here. So we'll come back after the next battle. Here, clad in my gala suit. Like I said, our current objective is handicraft jewels. So in order to create more handicraft jewels, we've already got 2 of them, which is good, but it's not enough for a set. A set requires 5 of them. And so primary targets here is Kushala Daora, and we need Daora horns. We also need purple magna ores, which, as you can probably guess, are farmed from Magna Malo. So I think what we're going to do is, for the sake of fun in the stream, we're going to jump between those 2 monsters until we have enough materials to create both of those jewels. And here I am just looking at my Streamlabs desktop. Things look just a bit strange here. Okay, there we go. Forget that. Alright, let's get going. I do believe I do have my Kushala set on me right now.
Hello.
Beautiful. So account items are fine, but I do like the large monsters hunt quest. Generally don't do the monster slaying. Let's go with the spear birds.
Come back anytime.
Oh, and of course I needed to pick a quest.
I've been waiting for you.
Have you?
These are the available quests.
Let's see, the first Kushala quest, and I'm going to do something very foolish and decide to go on a random hunt with random people. Clearly I haven't had enough to drink yet to accomplish this, but we'll see how it goes. Other dragon set. I think we're gonna keep the palico that we have, which is the one that's adorned in the Camelio set, which I believe it is one of those item gathering palicos. My weapon is a poison weapon simply because Kushala is unable to do certain things if it is poisoned. Let me go ahead and do some motley mix so that I can create more of those bonus things that gives me higher percentage. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. So at the end of the next fight, we'll probably receive what do you call it? Dango ticket, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's go for the fortune caller. Let's go for the fighter. And let's do Magna Crisp. Add a Dango ticket. Everything is good, life is good. And while that animation is playing, Delicious dongo. Dangerous dongo. Alright guys, let's move it along. I really don't care for this particular animation. Not a fan of the dongo. Hot take here. Unfortunately, I've already heard that in Sunbreak the dongo system persists, so I can say that that's one of the things that I'm actually looking forward to. Oh, why is my Basario's... Oh, something is glowing in my hand. That, maybe that's something that's always been there, but maybe not. So Kushala Daora, one of the more majestic monsters. It is one of the few monsters that actually refuses to attack you until you attack it, which I have always found incredibly respectable. And just collecting our spirit birds. Rather, spirit bugs. Very close to our target. Always enjoy a trip on the sandy plains from Monster Hunter 3, or at least 3rd generation. The Aelwolf is a 3rd fleeter. And here we go. And just in case, as you can see, it's not actually going to do anything to me. Maybe the mechanic has changed. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe that was just Monster Hunter World. But at least I thought that it didn't do that. That's okay though. Let's engage on your turn.
Use a hand.
Wow. And what might have saved my skin there is just a point or two in divine blessing. Ah, you were already just standing. Ah, if only I had launched faster. Try to hit more critical parts. And honestly, if I could just break the head of Kushala, that would be the most ideal situation, simply because I do need those horns. Got a Basario's weapon. I believe it's rarity 6, so not necessarily the highest of rarities, I know. But it is one of the higher end poison weapons. And again, as I mentioned before, it is really about trying to poison Kushala Daora during this fight and prevent it to do certain attacks. It is already poisoned, but we're not gonna let up. And let's use the Felvine today. I don't actually know what the Felvine does when you use it in an item palico or a gathering palico. I knew I was gonna regret that when I lunged. So, what's your favorite of the legendary trio here in Monster Hunter Rise? Chameleos, Kushala, or Teostra? I think long-time viewers of the stream will know that I fancy Teostra. It's a very intense fight. And I definitely just like how Teostra carries itself. Second being Kushala and last being Chameleos. I honestly don't care for Chameleos one bit. Like the trickster of the trio, but it's not particularly my cup of tea. Oh, jeez. I'm about to die. Out of the way, out of the way. Whew. Anything can really kill me at that point. King Boomy. Let's go ahead and sharpen up what we've got here. Hopefully our partner can survive. Not the most ideal way to retreat from battle, but I really was one slap away from taking one of our continues, so I think it's justified. I should probably just take the Great Spear Bug. Nice. Oh, there's a fight. Okay, who's up? Really? Who got hit here? I don't think that Kushala is going to take guff from a Rathian. This is very small space to navigate, so we're just going to go for the Mounted Punisher. And nice because Rathian does actually just poison the crap out of it. Ah, you made me skip the head. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. I knew that was coming. Move out of the way. Very nice. And I could just roll out of those roars. Call it the roar. Escape. I've got a diversion jewel on me, which is why there might be a certain proclivity to targeting me. Generally, when I team up with random players online, that's two things I bring. The Blaze Jewel level 1 to avoid knockback from other people, as well as the Diversion Jewel because I figure I might not have the greatest offense but I'm sure as heck got the greatest defense with my shield. Let me know if you're a lance or a gun lance user in the chat. And if you ever feel the need that you should be a pseudo tank. I don't know that there's tanking in this game, but it is fun to at least attempt the maneuver. And here I am talking too much. I'm surprised no more people have actually jumped into the fight. Okay. Just you wait. Let's do this right. Tanjiro, our friend from Demon Slayer, has actually joined us. What kind of weapon, Monster Hunter weapon, would Tanjiro use here? He uses a sword, so would he just be a longsword user? Is Tanjiro a longsword user? Ah, Tanjiro is a dual blade user. Is there a fight going on? Ah, jeez. I thought I'd countered. Let's use that Felvine. And we need to retreat. Why not? I can tell you why not, but I'd rather not think about it. I have to think about the days when, whoa, hey. Gotta respect those be carefuls. Down. Ah, I keep skipping its head. It's so frustrating. Is it falling asleep? Bomb, 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 bomb. Don't keep attacking it. Come on, friend. Come on. You know how this game works. Why would you do that?
Get back here!
If only I had a keyboard.
He's fixing.
It could have been such an awesome bomb raid. Alright, let's move it. No use crying over spilled milk. Get back to the action. I backed right into that one, didn't I? Okay, back at 100% for one reason or another. The calamity that is Kushal. That's just what its theme ruminates upon. Oh, where's my flash bombs when I need them? I thought it was about to fall down. Wow. Hey, wait a second. That's a lot of spirit birds right there. And this is how I prioritize my my battle. Shiny thing. Go for it. Ah, that was a good one. That would have been a good one. Useless. Insignificant to use a flashpoint at this particular juncture since I just hit it with one. Where did it go? Nice, writable damage. So I'm sure it's gonna bang against the wall. Let's see if I got my demon powder on. Spreading. Ah, missed. What a whiff. Run. That had been broken yet. I feel like I would have noticed that. Viewers of the chat, let me know if that's actually been the case. Out of the way. Dragon treasure. Is it away? Okay. Hopefully somebody pops this bubble. Maybe the owner would like to pop it. Maybe I'm too polite here. Okay, whatever. I'm taking your bubble. And it's still above 80, sorry, it's still above 20%. For this long of a hunt, I would have assumed that we might have made a bit more progress. Shields up. Poorly blasting that crotch away. It is mad. Break away. Wow, that was I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, jeez, I thought that somebody had died. And this is my... What? I was just about to use my Felvine. I think I used it. I think it's used. Probably should charge up. No. Bad time to roll away. Sometimes you just gotta take the hit. Seems like we've got a fairly resilient party, but... Okay, we've reached the 20% mark. I should have shielded up at that point. Look at that dragon energy. I'm Dragon Blit. Wow, come on. I was about to throw out my demon shell powder. So is it gone? I think it's gone, but my character says nothing. What? Okay, I'm gonna get you. Ah, you got him before I did, you. Lucky human, you. Let's go find that Kushala. Stealing my idea. There you go. Kick its arse, sea bass. I'm honestly still trying to get those horns. There's very little chance that it's gonna happen, but gonna try. A very respectable run. And it seems like I have been accepted by Tanjiro. Excellent. No, that's not what I wanted. Kicking it while it's down. Okay, so there we get a horn. At least one horn. I am assuming that this person is apologizing for the bomb thing. You're fine, you're fine. I appreciate you apologizing. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Quest complete.
For the rest of this Paulaner. Let's see. No more target rewards as horn. Webbing. Plundered items. Yes, one more horn here. Some barrel stuff. That's fine. Okay, so at least 2 horns in this particular run. Not too bad. And let's see where we are here. Okay, so all my meldings are complete. Mercenaries have returned. So it's a bit of downtime here, folks. Please bear with me. Also, I might just go ahead and take a quick break here. Probably need fueling up before the next run. And Yomogi. Right, 20 Dango tickets, which should be sufficient for the next few runs. I'm probably just going to set those mercenaries right back out. Okay, these guys are still training. Where should they go? I honestly never know if there's an advantage to sending them anywhere unless I see a monster that I'm particularly trying to target. But to be perfectly honest with you, if I am looking for a monster that I'm looking for parts for, I don't necessarily depend on my mercenaries to get those parts. So I honestly feel that sending them against monsters that I might not actually encounter myself is productive. I like the shiny tails right here though, so let's have them go over there. Generally I send out my palamutes. Get out of here. Away you go. Okay. Just a bit of housekeeping here. Okay. Let's check our boxes. It is going to be very likely that I'm just going to have these guys do the exact same thing they're doing, but here I am meeting my platonic crush, Rondine.
Let us trade.
Let's go ahead and take everything. And let's go ahead and change at least one of those bitter bugs towards something else. Oscar, you're still good. What do I need here? Wow, that's a lot of mulberries. Might seed and adamant seeds.
There's a saying in my
I should
country
sell
that
some of
goes,
those.
The more you rush, the more you lose. It's important to take your time when necessary.
Don't be a speed king. God bugs. Thunderbugs for traps. I guess I don't really trap too many things anymore since I'm mostly out for Elder Dragons or Apex monsters. But it's generally good to have a supply of these. Ivy, hopfish. Scatterfish are good because they allow us to make mega barrel bombs, which are always useful. Commerce 2 now. You know, let's go for the basics here. I'm gonna say that bitterbug stays there. I'm gonna go after the mite seeds. And I don't think we need any more flash bugs, so Willow, as per Folklore by Taylor Swift, you're going to be switched out to adamant seeds. And we'll come from that.
Let's go.
I never understood this whole submarine theme. Why couldn't it just simply be a farm like in Monster Hunter 3? And we're gonna do some bargaining. The easy peasy is just fine. That's all I need for all 10 rounds.
Very well.
And last but not least, let's collect those talismans. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with my talisman crafting, but I do want to check out if I got anything particularly good.
Welcome. This should be interesting.
Yeah, it should. What's up with this? Okay. Bludgeoner, Spear Shot. I believe these are all random from the time that I decided to just get rid of a bunch of talismans that I was never going to use. Wide range is good, but it's only 2 points. Still not seeing anything that strikes my fancy. That has a good level of slots, and earplugs is always good. Meh, serviceable. Tremors is... I don't even know which monsters cause tremors. Paralysis. Stun resistance maybe against the Diablos. Wow, level 3 slot, but sleep attack though. Stamina Thief, maybe if I was back to the Hunting Horn. Again, a good set of slot openings, but probably nothing useful. I don't remember what recovery speed does. Okay. I'm gonna say that none of these are good, so they're probably gonna go back into Rebirth.
Thank you for your patronage.
Not during this stream though. I think what's next for us is we're gonna go after Magnamala.
What?
Jeez, dude. So Handicraft requires Purple Magna Orb. Now let me just go ahead and research what are the chances of us getting one of those. Purple, the color of the royalty. Generally, whenever I'm trying to look for drop percentages, I go to Kiraniko. It was a tried and true in 4, Double Cross, and also in Rise. But it seems to have fallen out of favor with a lot of players. So it's got a 3% with a carve. So it's gonna take a lot of carving. So be it. At least it's not a specific monster break. So we'll just hunt high rank Magnamalas for a while. Hopefully I have a set for those. And let me do this. Okay. We're actually going to keep our Palico at Gathering simply because it increases our chances of getting those parts. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and take a small bio break. Going to get our next brew. We will be right back in 7 minutes or so. So please bear with me, folks. I'll see you on the other side. And we are back. Thank you very much for waiting. Like I was saying, I mostly needed to get our next round here. And avid viewers of the stream will remember this one in particular, Dragon's Milk, which is from New Holland Brewing, one of my favorite American breweries. Dragon's Milk is a bourbon barrel aged stout. So stout are of course darker beers. Certainly a lot maltier, maybe even creamier. You've got milk stouts, you've got coffee stouts, you've got oatmeal stouts, a world of stouts. They're generally heavier, though that's not necessarily always true. Things like Guinness, which are actually quite popular, very creamy, I certainly love them. They're not very heavy. Dragon's Milk itself is 11%, which is actually on the high end for beers. I'm going to go ahead and pour this here in our boot. And the nice thing about New Holland's Dragon's Milk is also the fact that it's bourbon barrel aged. And so what that means is that the beer itself, post boiling, it was actually fermented in an old bourbon barrel. And of course, bourbon being a spirit, largely corn-based, if I'm not mistaken. It does add like a mellow, sweet taste to the beer itself. Let me go ahead and read the entry for Untapped. Throughout the ages, Dragon's Milk has been used as a term to describe potent ales and elixirs worth of celebration. I was unaware of that. A reward at the end of the journey. We are proud to be stewards of that ancient tradition today, handcrafting each batch of Dragon's Milk bourbon barrel-aged stout in Holland, Michigan. Okay, so Holland, Michigan. The best liquid in our house is now yours. Roasted malt delivers notes of coffee and chocolate, made with sweet undertones of vanilla and oak, from a 3-month stay in bourbon barrels. I have to say, this is probably the first time that I've read this. I was unaware that this was characterized by coffee flavor, because coffee stouts are actually not generally my favorites. This stout, though, is actually one of my favorite drinks of all time. Fang ale, dear friends. It's certainly creamy, and I'm going to say maybe slightly like milk. It's almost like some sort of sweet milk drink. It's maybe like a milk chocolate drink in beer form. I very much enjoy it. I highly recommend it if you see it at the store. Dragon's Milk. With that, let's go back to our game. So I think we're gonna go hunt a Magnamalo. Let me go check out to see if I actually have a Magnamalo loadout. Chances are I don't. I've got a lance against Magnamalo. With the Rampage Gun Lance, I was building a Rampage Gun Lance just a few weeks ago. This might be a good chance to use it. I've also been using the lance a lot recently, so switching out to the gun lance might be for the better. Layer armor said change layer armor. Equip my loadout of no layered armor. Let's see what skills do I have on this thing. So guard 5, which is fine. Guard up, which is fine as well. Artillery, of course, with the gun lance. Divine Blessing, always. Evade Extender, always. Load shells, always with the gun lance. Agitator. Don't quite need it. Gun lance, I rarely try to focus on critical or critical. Fortify, useful. Flinch free, of course. Diversion and flinch free are for multiplayer, which I intend to do. And of course, Hellfire Cloak. Only got 1 level of it though. Anything else here? I think that's it in terms of... Do I have any empty slots on my decorations? On my decos. Maybe I should just go to decorations over here.
Welcome.
So no decorations on the Rampage Gunlance, of course. We got a fortify here. Got a brace and diversion here, which is essential for multiplayer. Protection, of course. Iron wall for guard. Hellfire. You know, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. What do you think? Let's go after that Magnum Hollow. Let's go ahead and choose a proper Palico. That's not what I meant to do. I think the item gathering Palico is fine. I just need a different friend of Palicos. Do I have a Magnum Hollow themed? Let's go with Basil Geese. I'm sure that it's got some resistance to a blight. Hellfire blight. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead and create a Palico set for Magnum Hollow. A Magnum Hollow set for Palicos. Not here, of course. I am surprised that I haven't done this yet. But stranger things have happened. Okay, let's see that. Cataclysm. That's clever. That's clever. Did I happen to just pass it? Did it just have an unusual name? There we go, the Sinister set. And I think I've got enough scraps to just go ahead and buy the whole thing. Sure, why not? Anybody in the chat got every single Palico set? Let me know. Is it worthwhile? Is it good for cosmetics? I do like the way that they outfit themselves, to be honest with you. For me, it's just as an on-case type of basis situation. And let's put a water weapon on it, just because I do want to have it hit as best as possible. Tiger Lily. Okay, what's my highest water weapon? Is it the Gerototus? It's either this or, wait a second. Ah, the Mizutsune weapon. Okay, perfect. Let's go net us a Magnum Hollow. Let's see if there's an event quest that's related to it.
Which quest would you like?
Okay. Where's our friend Magni? King Magni of Ironforge. There we go. Blazing Soul of a Warrior. Now, unless I'm missing it, a very obvious quest,
You know, I sometimes have trouble deciding.
feel free to
what's
let
for
me know.
dinner, too. So what I usually do is I go out of my way to make the most difficult dish I can.
None of what you're saying makes sense, lady. Okay. Blazing Soul of a Warrior it is.
I wish you luck.
Let's replenish our item supplies. And so it's a carve. Here, secretly hoping that nobody decides to capture it, but that's always a possibility. That's okay. Sure. Let's go with the Bombardier. And let's max that out. No need to go through the dongo. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Here's hoping for some amazing friends to join us. Superman and his amazing friends. Sorry, that was Spider-Man and his amazing friends. If anyone ever saw that cartoon. Sorry, I'm not home right now. Let's go ahead and get some spirit birds while we're waiting for some awesome party members. Huh. Nice shortcut. Wish there was a more straightforward way to do this. No need. No need. Always check your surroundings. And auroral. Can anyone actually please pronounce auroral for me? Joopy-doo. Welcome to the fight. They're an insect clave user. Okay, I think we're ready enough. I think we're gonna fight. Before I do that though, fill up my stamina gauge. This is a riveting viewing. Save that one for later. Almost there, folks. And it looks like we've got a full house. So nice. Here's hoping that everyone is at least as good as I am. Let me rephrase that. Let's hope that nobody is as bad as I am. Oh, it's down. hit. Where am I? Okay. Roll away, roll away. Ah, come on. Just in the heat of battle. Beautiful. But I need to get out of here. Not the greatest tank in Gunland's farm. Move. Now that is a sharp tail. Any fans of Magnamalo? I think it's a fairly decent flagship monster. It's never called out to me. It's certainly no Brachydios. Roll. Okay, nice. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? I just have to keep making sure that I don't have the Hellfire Blight on me. Because that thing will sneak up on you. Let's go ahead and sharpen up. Okay. Let's move. Let's grab this thing. I hear a lot of pings, but can't necessarily tend to them just now. Nice. Blast. And that's the thing with the gun lance, you just have to make sure to keep smashing. And specifically you're focusing on the shelf, it doesn't matter where you hit. Was it really? Flying? Whew. Ah, friend down. Angel down. Why do people just stand around? Okay, but at least monster is at 20%. Defense up. Slow down. At least nobody's decided to lay down a trap. And stop the effects of the light. Okay, I think we're back at a respectable spot. Oof. Beautiful. Sorry, just a bit of housekeeping, folks. Yeah, that was definitely a good run. I severely doubt that I got what I needed, the purple magna orb. But if anything, that was a good experience. Certainly a good run. This is still stands as a good set, though I wish I had more part breaker on it. Or anything, to be perfectly honest with you. It's actually very vanilla. Ooh, is that what I think it is? There we go. There we go. And so we continue on our hunt for additional purple magna orbs and our horns. But as for today's purposes, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap. I've got other business to tend to. Before I do that though, let me check out my channel over here. Okay. I certainly wish I could raid somebody, but maybe once we're slightly more productive. How about that? So tune in next week. Where are you going? We will miss you. Well, thank you very much for the comment, Neuromanthos. I'm touched by your suggestion. Maybe I'll stay on longer next time when it's not so dubious as to what I need to do next time. So all that being said, let's go ahead and cut this one out. Stay thirsty, friends.